The girth of his what?
You're like a father to me.
Hey! And go.
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI. This is Captain America, Brave New World pitch meeting from Ryan George. I went and saw this last night, and I gotta say, first thoughts, it was probably the most middle of the road Marvel movie that there ever was. Everything that was like, I can't even say enjoyable, everything that was like good about it was bad about it as well. It was just a bizarre movie. I think it has been produced during the shuffle that's happened with Jonathan Majors and everything like that. So, not that I give it a pass, it was a pretty average goddamn movie, but I can understand that Disney would be like, oh god, this thing is nowhere near what it was originally intended to be, but we gotta put it out. Like, let's just put it out. This is how it came across. If you want to support my channel further, go to patreon.com/FWCI. That's where you can get early access and a bunch of other stuff. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube, and I do still have some MCU pitch meetings to get to. I've just been completely bogged down with other stuff, and they're not going anywhere. So I came out of this movie wondering, how the hell was Isaiah Bradley the comic relief in this movie? He was hilarious. I enjoyed all the interactions with him and Joaquin. I wish we got more of it. The only thing that I was emotionally invested in was Isaiah Bradley's suit that he got married in, and they threw him on the ground and they scuffed up his suit and then they got it pressed and cleaned for him at the end. That was probably the only thing that actually had any emotional weight to it at all. The reunion with Liv Tyler at the end was, I don't think she was ever in the same room as Harrison Ford, was she? It was weird. Red Hulk was very vulnerable. His skin apparently not as strong as Green Hulk. So, I don't know. I don't know if you can make a Hulk a villain in a movie and then just quietly defeat him by the cherry blossoms one day. That feels like it was maybe something that they added in at the last minute. And as much as I love Anthony Mackie, he's too nice and lovable and funny of a actor to really hold the emotional weight of a Captain America in the Brave New World and all this political stuff like that. No knock on his acting at all. He acted it all fine. But when I look at him, like, I want to have fun and I want to laugh and I want to enjoy his character. And Sam Wilson is a little bit serious now. But anyway, let's jump into this and see what Ryan George has to say about it.
So, you have a new Captain America movie for me?
Yes, sir, I
do.
Sorry, also the guy with the fucking plant growing out of his head or whatever the hell that was laughably bad.
So the last time we saw Sam Wilson was in his Disney Plus show, and he solved everything by telling a senator to do better. Oh yeah, that was so iconic, the way he was like, you're not very good at your job. Is he gonna save the day with a speech to a politician in this one too? Well, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, he totally is. Oh my god, this is why people watch superhero projects. Yeah. So tell me about this thing. Well, what if I told you that part of the plot revolves around mining rights? I would scream. Part of the plot revolves around mining rights.
Oh yeah, of course, mining the adamantium from the thing. Okay. I was like, I missed that part of the plot. Yeah, okay, I get it now.
Part of the plot revolves around mining rights. Oh my god. What kind of mining rights? Well, remember in the Eternals there was a giant celestial head that popped out of the earth and then we never spoke about it again? Introducing concepts and characters and not referencing them again is part of the brand now. Right, well I figure we start tying up some of these loose ends, so turns out the celestial head is full of adamantium. That's the stuff Wolverine uses to stab people.
Swing!
So the president of the United States frickin' wants a treaty about this stuff. And who's the president? Thaddeus Ross, remember him? Yeah, kinda. And also remember Dr. Samuel Stearns from The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago? Oh, yeah.
No, I fucking don't. I had no idea who the hell that guy was. A flashback would have definitely helped with that.
Yeah, we teased something about him back in the day, didn't we? We did, and in this movie, we're gonna pay it off. Let the tease ripen for a couple of decades, sure. Yeah, and so President Ross is a little sad.
That's right, it was the after credit scene. He was winning. Yeah, okay, whatever. I barely remember it. The Incredible Hulk movie was probably one of the worst MCU movies ever. It's down there with Eternals and, honestly, Iron Man 3 was pretty bad.
Bad, because he's now estranged from his daughter Betty Ross. Remember her from The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago? Wait, is this a Captain America sequel or an Incredible Hulk sequel? Well, sir, that's none of your business. What? So anyway, Captain America and Falcon get invited to this summit by the president, and they bring that old super soldier Isaiah Bradley with them. Okay. But then during the summit, he and a couple of other people get mind controlled and try to kill the president. Oh no, how'd they get mind controlled? Well, turns out Stearns has a big old scrotum brain now, because he was exposed to Bruce Banner's blood in The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago. Did you say scrotum brain? And he's so smart, he can do all kinds of things, like calculate probabilities real good. Oh, so he's like always right about the things that are gonna happen? Rarely, if ever. Oh, okay. So anyway, Isaiah Bradley gets arrested, and this former Black Widow, who's the head of Ross's security, she stops the other mind-controlled people. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna cast someone distractingly small to play her. Great. Wait, what? Why?
Thank you. Yeah, it was bizarre. My partner and I were walking out of the movie like, so why was she a widow? When did that come into anything? That had nothing to do with anything. And why was she tiny? I don't know if anyone's been watching Severance, but yes, my question is, why are you a child? That's how I felt throughout that.
So then what happens? Well, Sam starts to investigate, and he gets ambushed by Sidewinder from the Serpent Society, who he had a little run-in with earlier in the movie. Okay. So then there's gonna be this cool action scene where it's gonna be like, oh no, is Captain America...
You know what, it takes a lot of effort to get Giancarlo Esposito in a movie and make him forgettable.
Gonna be able to beat up this guy in his mid-60s? Is he? He is. Beating up senior citizens is tight. So through that guy, they find out about this old black site where they find old scrotum brain Samuel Stearns. Please stop saying that. Yeah, and so it turns out that President Ross had like fully blamed the events of the Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago on Stearns and kept him imprisoned here. Why? Well, he made him use his intelligence to help make him president, and then he said he'd pardon him, but he totally didn't. Rude. Yeah, and so Stearns is pretty upset about that and wants to sabotage him. Kinda understandable. So Stearns mind controls some fighter pilots and creates a big old conflict with Japan around the Celestial Island. Uh-oh. So Captain America surfs on a missile and saves the day, but Falcon gets hurt. Oh. Yeah, because I don't really want him in the third act of the...
But Falcon gets hurt. Oh. Ryan George's response noises are always great quality.
Movie? Why not? Well, because this is a Captain America movie. It's his journey. He's the one who has to be present while Thaddeus Ross has a character arc. Got it. But before that third act, Bucky Barnes is gonna show up. Oh boy.
For like 5 seconds?
No, he just gives Sam a little pep talk and leaves. He's gotta go. Oh, he's not gonna help out. No, he's busy. He's got other stuff to do. Okay. So anyway.
Right. Good fucking point. Why is the Winter Soldier a super soldier, not like, hey man, let's take down this Incredible Hulk thing? I mean, I don't think you knew it was the Hulk at that point, but, you know, we could probably still have used you there, Bucky. It might help your campaign, to be honest.
Stearns was actually giving Ross little doses of gamma radiation through these heart pills he was making for him. And what does that mean? It means that the frickin' president's gonna turn into frickin' Red Hulk. Oh, there's our trailer right there. Wait, no.
Yeah!
There's our poster, there's our marketing. Well, this whole movie's kind of leading up to that as a big reveal. Big Red Hulk, oh boy, that's a movie people want to see. That really takes the wind out of my air sails. Hulk smash! Okay.
Yeah, you know, I thought about that as well. I was like, oh, well, you know, they couldn't really hide it because it was in the marketing. But yeah, they should have fucking hit it because it ended up being such an insignificant part of the movie. It didn't happen till the very end. It was very brief, and then it's a non-factor after that. So yeah, I agree that would have probably made the movie way better. Because thinking Thor Ragnarok, I don't specifically recall knowing that Hulk was going to be... Was that in the marketing? I have a weird feeling it wasn't.
So anyway, all the Secret Service agents, they start shooting at the Hulk, but that's not doing anything. They just immediately start firing at the president. They do. Huh. So now Captain America starts fighting him, and he brings them over to these cherry blossoms where Ross said he used to go with his daughter. Okay. And he tries to talk him down, but it doesn't work. He is simply too angry and hulky. Yikes. Well, gonna be tough to beat him now. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Point out that we're at the cherry blossoms, and he's like, oh, you know what? I think I'll unhulk now.
Oh, really? Yeah, because see, they're gonna fight a little bit, and then Sam's gonna talk him down. Didn't he just try that? Well, yeah, but this time it works. Why? Because. Well, okay then. So then he resigns as president and voluntarily puts himself inside that big raft prison, and his daughter's gonna show up to visit him. Well, if we're gonna have a Betty Ross cameo, why not have her be the one to show up at the cherry blossoms and have that be the reason the speech works this time?
Oh my God.
So Stearns. Oh yeah, what happened with Stearns? How did they stop him? Oh, he turned himself in. He's all done. Oh, he did? Yeah, movie's done, so he stopped trying to do stuff. Well, that's nice of of him. Oh, he is gonna have a post-credit scene where he's in the raft and he tells Sam, hey, did you know there are gonna be more movies in the future? There's gonna... Stuff's gonna happen. Very cool. Hey, should we have Bruce Banner show up since this movie seems to be wrapping up a bunch of his storylines? No. Okay. So what do you think? Oh, I mean, we've got Captain America. We've got a big old red Hulk. I think Marvel is back, baby. Yeah, people are gonna go nuts for this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. But at this point, what I think Disney is doing is kind of saving all the good shit for the X-Men entering into the MCU. I don't know, I feel like we're definitely in like a holding pattern at the moment, and I think the current movies coming out, what's the next one? The Fantastic Four? I reckon Fantastic Four is going to be the point of the MCU moving into the holistically new direction instead of having to think on the fly and adjust everything because of all the shit that went on with Jonathan Majors and them having to change the entire trajectory of the greater universe. But yeah, wasn't a great movie. Didn't really enjoy it. Like I say, it wasn't offensively bad. It had cool things in it. It was cool to see the Hulk. It was cool to see Isaiah Bradley and see that relationship. It was cool to see Sam Wilson have a protege that he's trying to, get ready. And it was just mid. It was the most middle of the road movie Marvel may have ever produced. And a lot of people are going to say it's bad for that reason and it's a terrible movie for that reason, but there are way worse ones out there. Think Quantum Mania, for example. Like, I would... actually, this was pretty... Why is Marvel so devoid of joy while simultaneously becoming a lot more goofy with their movies? It's a very weird direction that it's been taking. I like light-hearted Marvel stuff. I like to enjoy my movies and stuff like that. And I really think that the Fantastic Four, from what I've seen, that's got a very, very different vibe to, everything else that's going on. Not comparing it to WandaVision or anything like that, but one of the things that made WandaVision stand out among all the other Marvel noise was how unique it looked, like just the aesthetic. I think we're going to get something like that with the Fantastic Four. I think we're going to start blending universes together and bringing people from different worlds and stuff like that. I know the after credits scene is Old May. Is he suggesting Secret Wars and Battle World? Ryan George nailed this. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, ta-ta, and farewell.